I've been reminding myself lately about how I'm so easily frustrated or upset, dare I say angry. Sometimes the word I choose is overwhelmed, and I think that's often what it is. It's more of an overwhelmed feeling of a variety of emotions or situations or things like that. The name of this channel, is Overwhelmed with Joy, and the reason that I have chosen that is because I guess it was 2023 was the best time I could figure out when this happened, because I had sent some texts out because I thought it was pretty funny. The evening I was overwhelmed, totally overwhelmed, and the life situations, there was a lot of heavy health things going on. There were, we had a house that wasn't selling that needed to have sold a long time ago. There were quite a few situations and circumstances in my life that were just overwhelming, and so I was feeling overwhelmed and letting that feeling get the best of me and kind of letting my head spin a little bit with that. And I can remember one night I was saying prayers and tucking in one of my daughters, and I sat there. She wanted me to sit there with her for a while, and so I was just reading the Bible app on my phone and trying to soothe the stirring that was going on in my head. And I can remember I was reading Isaiah, because I will read you the verse that struck me so funny, and I was, like I said, overwhelmed. So I was reading along, and the verse, I'm going to read it now. I got to Isaiah 61:10, possibly an NLT version. I don't recall what I had open on my phone, but this was the verse. I am overwhelmed, and that's how that particular verse started out. And I thought, great. Isaiah knew what it felt like to be overwhelmed, and he knew what it felt like to be overwhelmed, and I was glad to be in that kind of company. So anyways, I was busy reading, and I said, I am overwhelmed. And then the verse continues on, with joy in the Lord my God. I started giggling. I'll finish the verse. It says, for he has dressed me with the clothing of salvation and draped me in a robe of righteousness. I am like a bridegroom dressed for his wedding, or a bride with her jewels. Overwhelmed, yes. But I am overwhelmed with joy in the Lord my God. And that is where this name of the channel comes from. I told the story to multiple people because I thought it was hilarious. I thought the way that I was so focused on the situations, and then God's like, nah, focus on me. The situations will come and go, and I want you to focus on me, because that is where you will find joy, because I am overwhelmed with joy in the Lord my God.